Well, among the major highlights of the SCO Summit, Pakistan was under the belief that it can pull support whenever needed despite inaction on terror. But Pakistan was royally snubbed when Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping shared a friendly, chatty walk at the SCO Summit in Tianjin. Shehbaz Sharif was meanwhile reduced to being a wallflower. My colleague Aditya Rajkal joins us now. Aditya, explain to us, how did this happen? Those visuals there telling visuals there of Shehbaz Sharif standing in a corner while Prime Minister Modi, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping talk to each other.
Well, Vasudha, great bonhomie firstly being witnessed between Modi, Putin and Xi Jinping. Nobody had expected this. There are more than 20, 30 world leaders who are present here, different prime ministers, presidents, foreign ministers, all across, converging at Tianjin in China for the SCO Summit and the SCO Plus meeting. But just when the SCO meeting was about to begin this morning, and we saw leaders coming inside and converging, just three leaders stood out: Modi, Xi Jinping, and Putin, in a huddle, speaking to each other very comfortably, very positive body language, smiling, perhaps some friendly banter, a joke being cracked, and Modi, in fact, speaking to them in a very animated way. And thereafter, the SCO photo happens, and these are visuals on your screen where Shehbaz Sharif is completely isolated. The Pakistani Prime Minister is so isolated that nobody is going to meet him to shake hands, and he is standing almost in a corner. Even he does not have that kind of a will to go to any world leader and speak. That is the stature of Pakistan today. A clear glimpse, a metaphorical glimpse of what Pakistan stands as today in the global community, because it's been backing terrorism and killing innocents for years together. While Shehbaz Sharif was standing there, his hands tied and locked next to each other, we saw Putin and Modi almost hand in hand in a deep conversation, just walking past, ignoring Shehbaz Sharif, almost not noticing him. So clearly a major embarrassment for Shehbaz Sharif, but Indian diplomacy really playing out very strong visually, and when it comes to the brass tacks of what has been achieved, be it terrorism, be it Pahalgam terror attack, be condemned in the final declaration, or even the kind of bonhomie that Modi had with Xi Jinping and Putin, both in the bilateral meetings as well as this multilateral forum.
Right. Aditya, pictures telling a story that we already know. Thank you, Aditya Rajkal, for joining us with those details. Also, Aditya spoke to a CGTN journalist on the impact of tariffs, and this is what they said.
First, on the India-China ties, please tell me how significant are the India-China ties right now? There is an effort to reset the ties between India and China, especially after the SCO meeting here. So, how would this cooperation go forward?
Well, first of all, let me remember that both India and China are very, very large countries. We both have more than 1.4 billion people, and we are all improving economies, and we all have very fast economic growth. So the relationship between China and India, of course, is very important. And remember, this year marks the 75th anniversary of the diplomatic relationship between China and India. And speaking of the ties, I think it's improving because Prime Minister Modi's attendance of this SCO Summit in Tianjin has already spoken a lot because, as you mentioned, that the US has imposed tariffs in India. And remember that China has already been involved in this tariff war back in 2018 with the US. And this year, it came again. But let's just say this. China is never afraid of the tariffs. And, whenever the US has imposed tariffs on us, we just impose the retaliatory tariffs on them. Do we want that? No. But we are not afraid of that. And I think right now, from my understanding, India might want to have the same standing as China had before. So I think Prime Minister Modi came to seek for more collaboration with China.